So the Water Unite campaign is a new global initiative designed to help address three particular problems. First one is the issue of plastic waste. What do we do about it? How do we manage it? The second one is the issue of access to clean water, which affects close to 800 million people globally every year. And the last one is to address the issues of lack of access to decent sanitation, which affects 2.3 billion people globally. Water Unite began as an idea really shared amongst a group of CEOs a couple of years ago. We spent a couple of years working on a lot of research, some funded by the Rockefeller Foundation in the United States, looking at really three questions. One, did the world need a multi-billion-dollar check every year to address the issues of plastic waste, clean water and sanitation? If yes, where would it live, that money? And if yes, what would it be spent on? And where we are today is hugely exciting, because we now are moving into an implementation phase, and I'm delighted that ELIOR is the first food service company globally to sign up to pledge to be part of this initiative. So next for Water Unite is really about trying to create scale. So with ELIOR'S support as the first food service company globally to do this, what we're starting to do is really try and build the awareness of the activity that we're planning, to try and get more partners to come on board. And I think with leadership coming from ELIOR'S CEO in the UK, that's really been helpful to get this movement going. And actually, more importantly, what we're going to be doing with ELIOR is funding the first program, which will be a program in Kenya looking to take out a lot of plastic waste that exists in that country and use it in a really innovative and creative way to create some really big change in that country. So Water Unite is really designed to address three particular issues. First one being access to clean water, access to decent sanitation being the second, and the third is about the management of plastic waste. And I'm really excited that we're going to be working with ELIOR on the plastics area, and in particular a program called Genja Makers in Kenya, which takes waste plastic out of a lot of the areas of the country and starts to convert them into plastic bricks, and those can be used for building purposes or for making roads. And really they're phenomenally good building material because they're very resilient. So it's going to be really exciting not only to see ELIOR'S program start to address the issue of plastic waste, but actually be able to give people employment and decent incomes through working on a really innovative and exciting program. Water Unite's position on plastic, and particularly in the bottled water sector, is really clear. This is a market that already exists. It's a growing market. What we're not doing is advocating people buy more bottled water, but what we're saying is that when you buy bottled water, we actually have a solution for addressing some really big thorny problems that exist in the world today, and particularly around the issues of plastic waste and plastic recycling. So every time you pick up a bottle of water at an ELIOR site, you know that that's going to be doing something really positive for the wider world. One of the things that I've always been really encouraged about working with ELIOR since I first met them was their attitude to sustainability. I think that a lot of companies sometimes are quite tokenistic about the way they go about things, but with ELIOR I get a real sense that this is absolutely embedded in their organisation from the top down to all the staff. And it's really encouraging to see an organisation do that and not be quite tokenistic in their attitude to things, but really try and embed all these different strands into their day-to-day working practices. So the fact that Water Unite now is one of those strands, I think, is just part and parcel of the way they go about looking at the thorny issues that exist today in the world. So I'm hugely excited because I really feel that we've got a very good bond now with ELIOR and ELIOR'S customers about trying to make a real fundamental difference in the plastics, water and sanitation areas through the sales of bottled water. So I think it's a very bright future.
We love the concept of ethical water at ELIOR, and we're already supporting a number of community activities through the brands that we sell in our business. But we wanted to do more than just support those projects through the specific brands that we sell. We saw an opportunity through partnering with Water Unite to have a much greater impact and roll this out across all of the water that we sell, across sparkling, still, and all the different sizes, which means that through every bottle purchased in our business, there's a donation being made to the causes that Water Unite is supporting. We're really interested in the recycling projects that Water Unite are going to be funding in some of the world's poorest communities. ELIOR'S donations will be contributing towards turning plastic waste into a resource, which we think is just really important because the infrastructure in some of these areas just isn't as developed as ours here in the UK, and we really want to get involved and support that. We don't have a donations target because we're actively promoting reusables and free water stations, free water refills, hydration stations all across our business. But there is a demand for bottled water, so our interest really is leveraging the sales that already exist and doing good with those sales. What we're seeing is that more and more of our consumers are choosing healthier drinks, so water sales are actually on the increase versus more sugary drinks. So it's, as I've said, really, it's about leveraging that and doing good. ELIOR'S position on plastic is that when we're talking about recyclable plastic, that it does have a role to play, and a really important role to play actually. The demand for plastic as a material to be recycled is increasing, and it does have a value. When we're talking about PET, so plastic bottles, which is what you will see in the majority of our business for soft drinks, for water, what we want to do is ensure that that packaging is going into a recycling bin and it is ultimately being recycled. And we've got some work streams going on at the moment, which means we're working with our waste contractors and we're working with clients to ensure that that happens. If you're one of our clients or one of our customers that's watching this, I'm just so pleased and so excited that we're able to bring this campaign to you and that we're able to make these donations together and have a real impact. And if you're one of our team members, if you're one of my colleagues, please get excited, please get inspired and share the story of Water Unite, and don't be afraid to talk about it, and don't hesitate to get in touch.